Hello, I'm Mike Wilson from Blueprint Retirement Advisors, and this is the Retirement Thinking Channel. This is where we'll discuss topics and news that relate to and affect your financial future. More importantly, it's a place where we explore ideas to help you reach your goals. Today, we're going to talk about the universally accepted retirement rules that might not apply to you. Several years ago, the satirical website The Onion published the results of a phony study. It claimed that up to 85% of Americans were out of touch with the mainstream culture. The fictitious researchers they quoted found that while many people enjoyed some of the nation's most popular restaurant chains, music performers, and live sporting events, only a small majority of them enjoyed all of them. In other words, if you didn't like Kanye West, NASCAR, and the Olive Garden all at the same time, you weren't a mainstream American. Now, the article was probably a tongue-in-cheek response to the way that politicians labeled their opponents as out of the mainstream. But it made a valid point. Each of us has aspects of our lives that makes us different from the majority of other people. By the same principle, you could also say that the majority of people planning to retire are outside the mainstream. Each person is in a unique situation. However, the conventional wisdom about retirement is often delivered as a set of hard and fast rules that are supposed to apply to everybody. Writing for Forbes, wealth management expert Kristen McKenna lists a number of these rules that for many people turn out to be myths. Let's look at a few of those rules. Rule number 1. Retirees only need to cover 70 to 80% of their pre-retirement expenses. Now, while it's true that once you're not earning a consistent paycheck, you won't be making retirement plan contributions or paying payroll tax. You'll still find many other ways in retirement to spend your money. With more free time and flexibility, pursuing travel and leisure activities are just two areas that can quickly add up. McKenna says that most people want to maintain the standard of living that they enjoyed while they were working, which is difficult to sustain on a lowered income. Rule number 2. If you haven't saved enough, you can always just keep on working or get a part-time job in retirement. Well, some people will be able to stay in a career they enjoy, and others will find flexible work that's suitable for a senior. But the problem with expecting to rely on either of these options in the future is that both situations are completely out of your control. Health challenges or downsizing can quickly take away the job you were counting on. And McKenna says that retirees finding well-paying part-time jobs are few and far between, particularly for retirees leaving successful careers. An entry-level part-time job at the local mall just isn't on the table. Rule number 3. When you reach retirement age, your investments should become very conservative. McKenna says conventional advice often says to significantly increase your exposure to bonds at retirement, but that isn't always appropriate for every investor. Fixed income investments, like bonds, tend to be less volatile than equities and provide a guaranteed income. However, they also tend to have lower yields, which could cause investors to incur the risk of losing purchasing power to, you guessed it, inflation. These widely believed retirement rules are not necessarily bad advice. They just don't apply to everyone's situation universally. If you want to retire successfully, you shouldn't follow what works in general. You need to focus on what's going to work specifically for you. Your trusted financial advisor is the expert who can help you design that kind of personalized plan and then help you stick with it. So that's where my retirement thinking is today. If you like this video and want to see more, you know the drill. Like and subscribe and ring that bell to get notified of my next video. I'd also love to hear your comments and questions. If there's a topic that's been in your retirement thinking, let me know about it and I'll try to cover it for you. Thanks for watching.